Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. If this is your first time, welcome. I haven't been uploading a lot of videos lately. I haven't been filming a lot lately. A lot going on around here. So I'm not going to tell you what time it is. I will say that it is no longer June 30th. It was the night of June 30th a couple hours ago, and now it is the wee hours of the morning. Thursday, July 1st. And as you know, if you have been following me, I live in Manitoba, Canada. And so July 1st is Canada Day, which is basically Canada's birthday, or similar to the US's 4th of July. So I'm not going to tell you what time it is, but it's way past my bedtime. It is July 1st, and it's the middle of the night. I am tired. If I look tired, it's because I am. But my insomnia is in full force. I'm hoping I can get a few hours of sleep because I have to get up in the morning, and my daughter and I are going for haircuts. That's with all of the various on again, off again shutdowns. We were under, Manitoba was under, our COVID numbers were really, really high for a while. And so for the last, I don't even know how long, hair salons have been shut down, and, retail stores, including the grocery store where I work, had been down to reduced capacity. We're still not at full capacity, although just as of last weekend, salons have been allowed to open and stores have been allowed to increase capacity again. Still not back to full capacity, nowhere near, but it is turning around. Our numbers are way down now that our vaccination numbers are finally climbing. I'm now double vaccinated or fully vaccinated, so that is good. But yeah, school shut down here. Normally our school systems run from just after Labor Day until June 30th. Schools shut down here in early May, just before Mother's Day. So our numbers were so high. So my second job at an elementary school has not been happening because, so I'm down to one job, which has affected my income. But on the other hand, it's been nice to only have to navigate one work schedule for a change. Hopefully school will resume in September, because by then, hopefully there'll be more people fully vaccinated, including children, and we'll be able to get back to work. Although I'm finding the older I get, the harder it is to navigate two work schedules. So it is exhausting. Even though neither job is full-time, it's still, sometimes I'm doing both jobs in one day and I'm going from one to the other. And I mean, as you guys know, if you have been following me, you know that I have a house full here. Like, I have a 21-year-old daughter living at home, but we have a pet rabbit and multiple pet birds. And I do a lot of the cooking and cleaning here myself too. So like that, I'm a busy wife, busy mom, busy pet owner, working 2 part-time jobs. And I deal with insomnia and migraines on top of it all. So my plate is full, but I do still want to spend some time working on my channel. And usually a lot of what I've been uploading lately have been grocery hauls, although it's been a while since I even did one of those. So I now have, quite often at my job at the store, quite often I work one and then I'm off one kind of thing. Like, it's like I'm quite often lately they've had me working Monday, Wednesday, Friday and having weekends off. This week I booked off Friday for a medical appointment, and so they had me on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I was supposed to work Saturday. They've been giving me Sundays off quite a bit lately, which is nice, because I do eventually want to get going to church regularly when church resumes, which actually it's resuming this weekend. But yeah, I was supposed to work Saturday. Somebody else this past Sunday didn't want their shift, and so they traded me for this coming Saturday. So I worked Sunday. So then it was a case of, instead of working Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, or I don't even know. But anyway, I worked Sunday, Monday, and how's that going to work? Originally, I was supposed to be Monday. Yeah, originally it was supposed to be, I don't even know. I wasn't supposed to work Thursday, because Thursday's Canada Day and I wasn't scheduled to work the holiday. We are open, but I was never scheduled for it. No, I was supposed to work Monday, Wednesday, Saturday this week. That's what it was. But because this other lady wanted Sunday off, I ended up working her Sunday, and she took my Saturday this coming week. So I was supposed to work Sunday, Monday, Wednesday. And that would give me Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. But I would also have Tuesday off in between. But I picked up a shift for Tuesday. So I worked Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 4 straight, which I don't normally do. Usually I work 1 on, 1 off, or 2 on, 1 off. So 4 in a row. I haven't done that in quite a while. So that tired me right out. I just finished tonight that 4-day stretch, and now I have 4 off: Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They are not going to be days off. First off, I need some sleep because I have the hair appointment in the morning. So thankfully the hairdressers are reopening. These roots are out of control. It's going to be haircut time. Get rid of these gray roots. And then we are taking a drive out to another town that is a 2.5 hour drive away because we're supposed to be picking up a bird, a pet bird. And my husband has maybe promised that it's the last bird because we have a house full already. And this one is an African gray parrot, so she's pretty big. She's 22 years old, I believe, and they can live up to 80 years. So I've already warned my daughter that she's going to outlive me and that the bird is going to have to be willed to her because, you know, this bird has another 60 years left in her if she stays healthy. So we have to drive out there and back and pick her up. Whether or not we can fit the cage in the car, even if it's broken down, like break it down and then rebuild it here at home, I don't know, because that cage that they have for her is big. And we have a relatively small 4-door car. We do not have an SUV. So I don't know how this is going to go. We'll probably be able to bring the bird home in a carrier and potentially put her in another cage here overnight that we have that is nowhere near the right size for her, but just for one night. And they might be able to drive the cage into us on Friday morning because they have to come into town Friday anyway to go to the airport for a family member or whatever. But so we'll see. So my plan for Thursday is get up in a few hours, go get the hair done, and then drive out to this town, pick the bird up, hopefully bring the cage back too. But it's going to be a really tight fit in the car. And then we have to reassemble the cage when we get home and hope and pray that this bird settles in and doesn't freak out because she's in a new environment. She will probably be pretty stressed. And then Friday, all I have planned so far is an appointment to give blood, a blood donation. Usually I have difficulty with that because quite often my hemoglobin is low when they test me, but I'm hoping this time it'll be okay. So we'll find out on Friday. I've been taking an iron supplement, so I'm hoping that that helps. And then Friday, otherwise it'll be like laundry, housework, that kind of thing. Saturday morning, I'm supposed to be going with a friend of mine and probably her daughter out to a berry farm. Strawberries have just come into season here, and we're going to go out and pick strawberries. They open at 8 o'clock in the morning. We had a very late spring frost this year, so the berries are not as plentiful as normal, and they're also not as large as normal. So they're restricting customers to two baskets a person. So, and it's always a good thing when they open at 8 o'clock in the morning to be there and get your car in line at 7:30. Or, yeah, basically park on the road and like be in line at 7:30 in the morning. And then, you know, basically get in that queue. And then when they open the gate, you can drive in and park, and they, you know, you can pre-purchase how many baskets you're going to pick. So we need to pick our friends up about 7 and drive out there. It'll take us about a half hour, so be there for 7:30. Start picking right at 8 o'clock, hopefully be done at 10:30, probably drop our friends off at home. And then my brother-in-law is supposed to be delivering a deep freeze to us. We have a freezer already, but my mother-in-law has changed over from a chest freezer to an upright freezer, and we're inheriting her old chest freezer. And we've been fighting like cats and dogs, not really fighting, but just struggling to find room in this small house where to put this other freezer. We have 3 computers down here. One is my husband's old computer. He never uses anymore, but it's on a desk. Mine is an old desktop computer that I would like to keep using, but it's an old computer that runs Windows XP. It's on its last legs. And then there's a small, really old gaming computer that I used to use as well. Well, I'm not ready to really get rid of any of those things. But so we tried to see if we could rearrange stuff and maybe move the one computer desk that is in the corner. You can't really see it here. It's in the other corner of the room. It's a corner computer desk. Move it into my daughter's bedroom so she'd have somewhere to put her laptop. No go, it didn't fit there. That did not happen. So all that work to get it upstairs, only to bring it back down here. So I'm still not sure where this freezer is going to go. Odds are it'll probably go into the dining room. Actually, it's not a dining room. It's a 2-bedroom house. It's a bungalow. And because it's not an eat-in kitchen, there's not enough room and there's no bona fide dining room, we turned the 1 bedroom up there. One's her room and the other one we turned into a dining room. But there's also lots of bird cages that live in there too. And I've complained about that before, about how they're taking over. But it is what it is when you have lots of pets, right? And they have to go somewhere. Pardon me. So I'm thinking that in one corner of that room, there's a cupboard that may come down here, which might mean removing the brown computer desk that's over my shoulder, because that's the oldest one. And maybe putting that cupboard down here and possibly putting that freezer in that corner of the dining room. And then that way 1 freezer will be frozen meat, like supper type stuff, whether it's French fries, frozen vegetables, frozen meat, supper type things. And the other one will be like frozen berries, like leftover berries from the farm. Baking, like when I someplace to put my Christmas baking, so I always run out of freezer room. So that the freezer is supposed to be coming on Saturday, but I've informed my husband that he has to let his brother know that they can't come early because we need to be leaving here by 6:30 in the morning, picking my friends up at 7, getting to the farm for 7:30, lining up, getting in at 8. And we're supposed to get to plus 37 Celsius on Saturday, so we're going to be like, that's over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, I'm sure. I'm not sure offhand, but if you look it up in Google, I'm pretty sure it's a heat wave that's coming our way. And so the fact that we're picking early is good. Get it over with before the heat of the day really hits. So pick from 8 o'clock until like 9:30, 10 o'clock before the heat of the day hits. You got to go early anyway because everybody's going to be lining up there at 7:30 in the morning for the 8 a.m. opening. And they'll be picked out before noon. The farm will close before noon because there's not as many berries this year. So we have to go early. So we'll probably pick from 8 a.m. till about 10, however long it takes 3 or 4 of us to pick 4 or 5 baskets. I mean, 3 or 4 people picking, like my friend and her daughter and my husband and I, that shouldn't take long in theory because that's like a basket per person. But if the berries are less plentiful and smaller, it's still going to take some time. And I find strawberries very hard on my body because I don't have good knees, I don't have a good back, and so squatting down or kneeling down is not fun for me. So that's why having extra hands along to help me pick is a good thing. So if we pick till 10 a.m. thereabouts, and then we drop my friends off at home and get home, we should be here about 11, maybe 10:30, I don't know. So my brother-in-law can come anytime after that, or maybe he'll come Sunday. I'm not sure. I'd like to make strawberry jam this weekend. But first, when I get home with the berries, then I have to sit there and hull the strawberries, and that takes a good bit of time. Depending on how many there are, that's a very tedious thing, very time-consuming. And then Sunday, I want to go to church at 11 in the morning. Finally, it's resumed after several months of just online. And we're supposed to be having our kitchen painted on Sunday, but I haven't talked to the painters all week to confirm. So I need to do that and find out what time they're coming, if they're coming, because with this heat wave, they may say it's too hot and not advisable to do it right now. In which case, if we have to delay it till next weekend, that's fine because the weekend's already jam-packed as it is. But technically, I'm going to church that morning. They're supposed to be coming at some point that day to do the kitchen. Just basically have to pull the fridge out. That's the only thing. And then tape around, any areas that need to be taped. It's the same color. We just had the bathroom painted. They're just going to do it in the same color, like a cream off-white color. Go over that, give it a good fresh coat of paint, and then couple other spots in the house, just small spots that need touch up. And then I'd like to make jam, unless I get the jam done Saturday. Depends how I feel. If it's really that hot, if I wind up with heat stroke or some silly thing, I'm not going to want to be making jam on Saturday. But if I feel good and I get the berries all hulled, maybe I'll get the jam made Saturday night. I don't know. And it depends if my brother-in-law comes, if he doesn't get here Saturday with the freezer, he comes Sunday instead, then we need that done first and then the painters, because we don't want them crossing paths and can't have that many people in the house. Plus, if they're painting, anywhere, like you don't want my brother-in-law bumping into it or, just I have to work the logistics out of all this. So that's my 4 days off. Days off, if you want to call them that. They are jam-packed. From last summer, I made 11 different flavors of jam, almost 200 jars. I don't think I'll be doing it on as grandiose a scale this year, but nonetheless, I take it seriously and I make a lot, usually quite a bit. So it's fun, it's enjoyable, but it is work. So somewhere in there, I hope to sleep and rest a little bit. I love all these things I'm doing, and I'm excited to bring this bird home. Her name is Ruby. I'll take you with me on my adventure throughout this weekend and share things as we go. Hopefully in the morning I'll show you the after video or after pictures of my hair, and then maybe a little bit of the bird in the car, but I just have a feeling our car is going to be just jam-packed. Anyway, I need to get to bed. It is crazy late. I have to be up in 7 hours? 6.5 hours. And then have a quick shower at that point and then get off to the salon. My daughter's coming with me. She's getting a haircut as well. And she works not Thursday, not Canada Day, although she was asked to work, but she turned it down because we have this appointment in the morning. But she does work Friday, Saturday, and I think Sunday too. So that's also going to be in there where somebody needs to give her rides. My husband has right through to Monday off. I have 4 days off. He has 5 off. He wants to get his second COVID vaccine, hopefully this weekend. My daughter will be eligible for her second as of Friday. Don't know if they'll go at the same time. I don't know what's going to happen there. But nonetheless, I had a pretty rough go of it after I had my second one. I was laid up sick in bed for a good day. Feeling fine now. But just good to have it over and done with. And try and hopefully in the coming months get some normalcy back to us all here. Anyway, I'm going to go to bed. So if I look tired, I am. I'm sorry for rambling, but that's just a preview of what the next 4 days are going to be like. And I will take you with me on our adventures as much as I can. And hopefully at the end of this weekend, I'll have a nice lengthy video that hopefully you'll enjoy to upload. Have a good night, everybody, and we will talk to you sometime tomorrow. Okay, it's now Friday morning, and we are at the salon. We're about to go in and get our haircuts and stuff that need to be done, and then we'll be off this afternoon. We'll be busy here for a couple hours, and then after that, this afternoon, we'll head out on the rest of our errands. So we'll check in with you after I get my hair all done and show you the after, hopefully. Okay, we're back. We're in the car. I'm not driving. I am the passenger, so no worries about that. It is 3:20 already. It's Thursday afternoon. My daughter and I went for our hair appointments this morning. It was so nice to finally get back in the salon after however long it's been since they were last shut down. Both got haircuts, and I got my roots done, so I got rid of the gray roots. Daughter got a haircut, and we got a little bit of waxing done and stuff too. Just stuff we needed to do to her, get eyebrows done, that kind of thing, just to feel a little bit more human again. Appointments were at 10:30. Didn't get done and didn't finish and didn't get done. Can't even talk today. Didn't finish till almost 2 o'clock. By the time I got home, told my husband we were back and said, okay, we gotta go. Stopped in at the store my daughter and I both work at. She grabbed some food to take with her in the car and talked to my boss briefly, just chatted with her, and back in the car. Now we're on the highway, Perimeter Highway, trying to leave the city. We've got about a 2 and 3/4 hour drive to get to where we're going to pick the bird up. The bird's name is Ruby. So we're on our way. Been texting back and forth with our current owners, just making sure everything is good to go. Hopefully her large cage will fit in our car. We will see. I really don't know. If not, the husband is supposed to be coming into town tomorrow morning to pick his mother up from the airport here, so hopefully he can drop the cage off to us then in that case. But we're on our way to get the bird at the very least, and hopefully we can get the cage in the car. We'll do our best. And that's it. I'm sorry this isn't a lot of doing stuff today for a vlog, but this is what we're doing at the moment. We're on our way, and got somebody in the back seat and somebody in the front seat, and we're on our way. So yeah, I will check in with you hopefully once we have the bird, but the car is going to be quite full. I don't know how much footage I'll be able to get, and she probably won't be a very happy bird until we get home. So I'll check in with you guys a little later, and then on to tomorrow's antics. Not a lot on the docket tomorrow other than my blood donation appointment, and then the fellow that's supposed to be painting our kitchen on Sunday is possibly stopping by tomorrow afternoon. So that would mean if the rest of the day is free, hopefully I can get some baking and maybe some cooking done tomorrow, and just some general housework. My laundry hamper in the basement is overflowing. It's where everybody's laundry goes, and it's just out of control. So maybe not having a lot of appointments on the docket tomorrow is good, because then I can get caught up on some things at home. Because Saturday we'll be busy with the berry picking and hulling and possible freezer delivery. And if the freezer gets delivered, then I need to move some stuff around, because I want to keep one freezer for meat and French fries and vegetables and that kind of thing, and one for frozen fruit and baking. So I'll have to do some reorganizing if the freezer comes, and then and that's housework, because when you move stuff around, then of course there's stuff to vacuum in behind things and all that good stuff. So Saturday will be a pretty busy day, plus hulling the strawberries, maybe jam making, because if we're painting on Sunday, I don't know if I really want to attempt to jam make unless we wait till after the paint's dried, which obviously we'd have to, but who knows how long that'll take, because I don't think they're coming on Sunday until about noon. My husband will be home when they get there, because I'll be in church from 11 till 12. So it's just a really, really packed weekend, and if the freezer doesn't come till Sunday, then hopefully they'll come in the morning with that, and then I'm going to church, and then painting the kitchen and so we'll figure it out as we go. But I'll bring you along for the ride, show you all the fun we're having, and I'll check in with you guys a little bit later, hopefully once we get the birdie in the car. Talk to you guys a bit later. All right, it is 7:03. We just picked up Ruby, our African Grey.
We got a little bit lost on the way. Funny thing, when we came out to meet her the first time, we did not get lost at all, but this time we got really lost. But we finally got here. We're supposed to get here 5:45, and we got here at like 6:45. So anyway, we got her, and we're about to start heading back to the city. It's going to be about 2.5 hour drive back. So off we go, and see how we get along. Hopefully we'll all adjust to each other, not too bad. Ruby's being pretty quiet right now. She's not too sure about this.
All right, let's see if you have the magic touch to get her in the cage.
Come on.
Gosh. Oh, look at this. It's bedtime for Bonzo. Bedtime for Ruby.
Oh, you're okay.
Goodness. Are you kidding me? She's gonna go right in. She's going right in the cage.
Good girl.
Like 1:05 in the morning, and finally. Oh my gosh. And all it took was the magic touch from her new papa. Well, not papa yet, but... Are you serious? Okay, just a quick check-in. We last left you guys yesterday on camera showing you, I believe, a quick clip of us with the bird in the car heading back towards the city. And then we got home, didn't get home till almost 10 o'clock at night. We had to rebuild her cage because we had to take it apart to fit it in our car. So my husband had to rebuild the cage, and then we had to try and get her to go from the small cage into her big cage. Nothing doing, she wasn't interested. It took until 1 o'clock in the morning to get her into her cage. And that was only finally because, well, she got out of her little cage. We were hoping that she would get out of the little cage and go directly into the big cage. No. And so she did get out of the little cage, and instead she wound up on the kitchen floor. And she was foraging on the floor looking for food. And, you know, that's fine. My daughter gave her a bird treat. And that was all well and good. But she ended up finally coming into the living room, and she seemed to be looking for my husband. And she found him. And this is after 3 hours. It was 1 o'clock in the morning at this point. And so she found him, and she sat there on the floor looking up at him by his pant leg. And so he's like, okay, maybe she wants something. So he actually reached his hand out to her, not sure if she was going to bite or not. And she didn't. She stepped up on his hand, and then he just walked her to her cage and put her in. No problem. He's the bloody bird whisperer, I tell you. Like, he's not even the one that wants the birds. And yet, all of our big birds like him, which is great. That's fine. That's wonderful. I mean, they like us too, but if given a choice, there's 2 or 3 of them at least that would pick him over my daughter and I any day. Don't get it. But this bird that's like scared out of her mind because she's new here, doesn't know us from a hole in the ground, is choosing to go to him after, like, you know, just a couple of hours. So after 3 hours of messing around, don't mind the banana peel. My parrot, one of my birds, has been eating it and demolished the banana peel back there. After 3 hours of this, she finally got in the cage at 1 o'clock in the morning. So then we all went to bed, crashed, and got up this morning and went down to Canadian Blood Services. I was going to attempt to donate blood today. That was the one appointment on the calendar. And as usual, my hemoglobin was too low. Even though I've been taking an iron supplement, I'm still just a few points too shy, just a few points too low for their standards. It needs to be minimum 125, and I'm lower than that. So now we're at home. It is now 2:20. My daughter has to go to work around 3:30. And in the meantime, we have a bunch of stuff we need to get accomplished. We got birds out in the background here. My daughter needs to put her uniform on for work. I got laundry to do. We are thinking that we need to take the 2 brown cupboards out of the dining room, out of the 2 corners of the dining room, and move them, one out here in the living room and one downstairs, and make just a wall of bird cages under the window in there. And then the freezer, when it comes tomorrow, will go kind of in the middle of that wall under the window. Or, well, maybe on the other wall. Yeah, other wall probably, and run an extension cord to the outlet. But we need to get busy. So the 2 cabinets, I'm trying to get my husband motivated to help me unload these cabinets. And yeah, the 1 cupboard that's going downstairs has to be unloaded of all the food and take it downstairs. And it's going where the 1 brown computer desk currently sits. So that computer desk will be listed on Marketplace or something, or on the local Buy Nothing group, and get rid of that. That cupboard will go in its place. The other cupboard will probably go out here or in the front hallway. And then the freezer will go somewhere in there. And then there'll be a wall of bird cages under the window. So we got our work cut out for us. The painter is coming on Sunday. He was going to come this afternoon and tape the kitchen for us
didn't work out for his schedule. It's just as well because we have a ton of stuff to do this afternoon around here. So we got to get that all accomplished. So it's just as well he's not going to be here. And then tomorrow morning we have to get up bright and early and go strawberry picking for when they first open. And then find out what time tomorrow my brother-in-law is coming with this freezer. But it can't be early tomorrow because we won't be here. So it'll either have to be later tomorrow or else early Sunday morning. And we'll figure that out. But for now, we got our work cut out for us, moving these cupboards around, emptying the food out of them first. And, yeah, we got our work cut out for us. So I'll check back in with you in a little bit. Okay, so this is how the dining room currently looks. It's not the tidiest right now, but basically this one here in the left corner, we're thinking that if it's not too huge, it might fit downstairs in the basement where the computer desk sits. It might be a bit wide. I don't know. I'll have to check. But all the food in there has to come out first. And then that one there will go probably in the living room or in the front hallway. And then what we're thinking of doing is taking the skirting off of the black cage, like that skirting there around the edge of the black cage, to make it take less room. That's for my Quaker. And we'll probably put Ruby's cage, which is like that black cage, but a bit wider. We'll probably put Ruby's cage in one corner and Pepe's cage in the other corner over here. And then my table, my table, which is covered in stuff, will be cleared. And it will go in between the two black cages with the Conyers cage and the Budgie cage on it. And that'll be under the window. And then those two carts, I think, are short enough that they can fit underneath the table, which is good because one has bird food and one has like toiletries stuff that we need. And then on this wall over here is where the freezer would go. The only outlet is over here under the window, but we'll just have to run an extension cord and that'll be fine. So we got to get busy. We got a lot of work to do. And of course now the bird cages are also due to be cleaned. All the food in this cupboard here has to be put into a laundry basket and taken downstairs. All the stuff on this table has to be cleaned up. Some of these Bath and Body things, you know, some recycling. These are some of Ruby's foods that we brought home. Her cage was in this room last night, but it's currently, I put her out in the hallway for now so she could come and observe us and interact with us a little bit. And she's just not sure what to make of us yet. So anyway, we'll get busy, get some work done, and we'll check back in with you a little later once we've made some progress. Okay, it's 9:30 Friday night. We're going to in the car. We're going to go see the sunset somewhere. Probably not going to get to any beaches in any good time because the sun will be down in less than half an hour. But we're going to stop at Little Caesars Pizza and grab a couple pizzas, take in the car, and the three of us are going to go see the sunset wherever we can on a little short drive. We had the new parrot, Ruby, out of the cage earlier, and she was actually being surprisingly friendly for giving us only 24 hours with us. She was putting her head down, wanting us to scratch her head, which is surprising given that she's been with us such a short time. And then we took a good while to get her back in the cage again. Once she was out, she didn't want to go back in. So we eventually got her in just before 8 o'clock, and then we ran up to my work, which is also my daughter's work, and picked her up because my daughter's shift finished at 8 o'clock. And dropped her off at home because she had some stuff that she'd bought grocery-wise. And then we ran up to No Frills because they close at 9 o'clock, which is another grocery store chain. And they're part of the Loblaws family, same as the Real Canadian Superstore. If you buy stuff at No Frills that are on your PC Optimum offers, you can get PC Optimum points there. So I did that. I'm probably not going to bother doing a grocery haul. I only spent like $30. I got some celery, which was on my offers, some no-name cheese on my offers. I got some milk, which we were right out of. And that was about it. Didn't spend a heck of a lot. And so then we ran home, picked my daughter up. My husband placed the order at Little Caesars online. We're going to go pick that up, go for a short drive. In between, after the order was placed and before we left, we moved those two brown cupboards we showed you guys earlier in the dining room that needed to be moved to the basement. The one that's going to the basement, we moved that. He and I moved it. I don't know how we did it. It was not fun moving stuff with him. We don't do well moving furniture together, but we survived. We got it into the basement, down those stairs. The other one's staying on the main floor, either in the front hallway or in the living room, so that's okay. But we got that done, and now we're going to pick up the pizza order, and we're going to go for a quick drive. Oh, and we got to get home, because we're picking up my friend Tracy at 7 in the morning tomorrow. So we got to get up around 6, because it's about a 20-minute drive to get over to her place. So we'll pick her up at 7, and we're hopefully going to be out to the berry farm lined up at 7:30 for their 8 o'clock opening. Go before the heat of the day because it's supposed to get to 37 Celsius tomorrow here, which for those of you in the US, you may not know what that is, but I'm pretty sure it's well over 100 degrees.
or maybe just over 100, but we're in the middle of a heat wave here, and it's been a humid heat as well, not a dry prairie heat like it normally is. So we got to get to bed tonight. I have to reload the pantry cupboard. We unloaded all that earlier into shopping bags and bins. Now that cupboard is in the basement, I have to reload it all and check and see if anything is expired and check that out first. So I'll reload that, switch laundry over, because I started laundry this afternoon for some unknown reason. I got a whole pile of laundry, including my daughter's bedding. That's not done. It's washed, but it's nowhere near dried. So I'll be reloading the pantry cupboard in the basement. Well, we're going to have peeks in the car, see the sunset before we lose the last of it here. Go home, work on laundry some more, reload the pantry cupboard. I think my daughter wants to work out. I don't know if she's going to just dance or just come downstairs and use the treadmill, one or the other. I think it's the treadmill she wants to do. And then she's not coming with us berry picking tomorrow because she works tomorrow. But then got to get to bed and be up around 6 so we can be out the door around 6:30, 6:40 to pick Tracy up at 7. Hopefully get to the berry farm in line by 7:30. Oh, in when they start at 8. Still don't know when the freezer's coming. It will not be first thing tomorrow morning because we're out tomorrow morning. We've told my brother-in-law that already. Maybe later tomorrow, maybe Sunday, maybe not till next weekend again. I have no idea. So, yeah. So anyway, I'll let you go. This is where we're at for now. The pizza's in the back of the car. We're about to go for a drive, and I'll check in with you later when I get back, maybe when I'm doing a bit of my housework downstairs. The basement is looking to be a hot mess right now with all these grocery bags of pantry supplies down there. Anyway, talk to you guys in a bit. Pardon me, I'm losing my voice, I think. That should make my family very happy. Okay, it is now 12:30 in the morning. I did not even start reloading the groceries into that round pantry cupboard down in the basement. That's gonna have to wait till tomorrow. I've been working on laundry. I folded the load of darks that I had, and now I'm drying the other load that I washed earlier, which has my daughter's bedding in it and a few other things. And I've sent her off to bed with a different comforter and different sheets because I'm not waiting for this bedding to dry tonight just to have her make her bed with this set. She can use a different set for tonight. Yeah, I'm dead tired. Heard back from my brother-in-law. I guess he's coming at 1 o'clock tomorrow with his buddy to deliver the freezer. The dining room where it's going to go is still not completely ready, of course. But we got the one brown cupboard moved down here to the basement and the other one moved into the front hallway. So the birds are semi-lined up along that wall now. Not completely, because we're probably going to put a couple of them on my table under the window, and we haven't done that yet, and that's because my table's covered and stuff. That'll have to be done tomorrow. But for now, I am just dead for tonight. We took our little drive. It wasn't very long, and we came home and had our pizza, cleaned up, finished moving those cupboards around. Me working on laundry down here, and I'm just so tired. So it's 12:30. I've got to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning because I'll have to get up at 6, have a quick shower, leave around 6:45 to pick Tracy up at 7 so that we can get to the dairy farm and in line at 7:30 for the 8 a.m. opening. Because they open at 8, but you should be in line sooner. So, because I have less than 6 hours of sleep coming to me, I'm going to crash now. Call it a night, and I will check in with you guys tomorrow, possibly when we get to the berry farm or after we're done picking, whatever. And yeah, we should be picking from 8 until about 10:30. Get home. We'll just work on the dining room some more and making some room for him to come in with that freezer. And then they'll come at 1, and then at some point in the afternoon I'll work on transferring some food into that freezer from the downstairs one, however I'm going to organize it. But I may just take a nap tomorrow afternoon, although I should probably be hulling my strawberries too. But I'm probably going to be pretty darn tired. I'm probably going to need an afternoon nap tomorrow at some point. Oh, my daughter works 4 to 8 tomorrow too, so we're going to have to, one of us will have to drive her to work tomorrow too. And did I mention it's supposed to be 37 degrees Celsius tomorrow? Even today it hasn't been quite that hot, but it's been pretty darn close, and the air conditioning has been running nonstop. I'm afraid it's going to burn out and die on us. Please pray that it doesn't. Anyway, I'm going to bed because if I don't, I'm not going to get any sleep at all. And I'm going to be a zombie out in the strawberry field tomorrow. Pardon me. Okay, that's a good sign that I need to sign off for tonight. I will talk to you guys tomorrow sometime. Buckets. No, they provide them at the berry farm. I'm already filming, by the way. It is 7:10. We are 7:10 on Saturday morning. I was up at 6 o'clock on a Saturday morning. I'm a diehard berry picker, so there's not too many things other than work or berry picking or stuff like that will drag my butt out of bed that early, but didn't get away at 6:45 like we wanted. Like I wanted, it was more like 7 o'clock, but nonetheless, we finally got out of the house at 7, and we should be picking my friend up 5 minutes, which is 15 minutes later than I wanted, but whatever, that's par for the course with us. I'm the early one, somebody else is not, but anyway, we're on our way. We're almost there. We're gonna head out to the berry farm, get in line, and yeah, we'll check in maybe when we get there once we're done. And it's already 24 degrees Celsius at 7 o'clock in the morning, which is, I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit, but that's pretty warm already for us for this hour of the morning. So, but it's supposed to get to 37 Celsius today. It's gonna be a hot one. So that's why we're going early before the berries get picked out anyway. Usually you want to go early before they're picked out, and also before it gets scorching hot for the day. So we're on our way. Okay, what is it now? 8:18. We've been in line since what? 7:45. Yeah, gate opened at 8. We were in a line that was like at least a mile long. Finally turning slowly onto the property. Oh, and then we gotta get parked, and then we gotta be in another super duper long line to get on that tractor to get out to the field. We'll get there. We're at a standstill again. Come on, cars. There we go.
Raspberries, $7 per pound.
Yeah, strawberries are going, no, not for a couple more weeks. Strawberries go by the container, but raspberries go by pound. They're more expensive fruit.
Well, the $5 for the kids.
For the petting zoo, yeah.
Proceeds donated to the local animal shelter.
It's fairly slim pickings out here. It's only 9 o'clock in the morning. It's already getting hot, and it's quite slim pickings out here. Very unusual. It's usually a lot more berries, a lot better qualities. They're much smaller berries and a lot less than normal. And they're not all ripe yet either.
Oh, we're on video.
Oh, shoot. Okay, it is 9:20, 9:20 Saturday evening. This is the results of the strawberry picking. Didn't take a video, or I have pictures, but I didn't take video of the baskets. There were 4 4-liter baskets, and our friends that came with us to help pick, they stayed around and helped me hull all afternoon. So this is 4 4-liter baskets picked and now hulled. So sometime tomorrow, hopefully I'll get to make some jam and maybe freeze whatever's left. But yeah, it's 9:20 at night. Had a very long day. The freezer did get delivered this afternoon. Can't plug it in until tomorrow, but it did get delivered. The rest of my kitchen is a mess. A mess. Those are clean pots and pans over there. Kitchen is a mess. I need to do some cleanup in here before bed, and then I'm going to go to bed because didn't get much sleep last night. I was in bed by 1 and up by 6, and yeah, got church in the morning, and then the painter's coming around noon. But my husband will be home to greet the painters because I'll still be at church, and then hopefully after the painters are said and done, once things dry in here, hopefully I can make some jam tomorrow afternoon or evening. That's it for tonight, folks. Have a good night. You lost your lemonade, Rachel. Oh. Sorry. Good luck. Oh no.
Just don't start bathing in it.
She's gonna dong at you.
Can I have it back, please?
She's thirsty. She's probably gonna come get it. Yeah, here she comes.
Don't pull it, please. You're just no, you shouldn't have this much pink lemonade.
Just give her a little bit, and you have to just put up out of her reach in a minute. Good morning. It is now Sunday morning at 10:30. I'm just leaving the house to drive to church. It's a very, very short drive. Just a couple minutes by car, probably 5-10 minutes to walk. And it's a beautiful day, but I am pushing it a little bit for time. No, I mean, not really, but as far as me being like not last minute, you know, I like to be early for things. So anyway, I'm just gonna take a quick drive to church, and then I'll get on with the rest of my Sunday. Kitchen's supposed to be getting painted this afternoon around noon. My husband took my daughter to work at 9 o'clock this morning, So church is 11 to about 12. So the painters will be arriving while I'm gone, but my husband will be there to deal with that. So anyway, I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. Okay, and here we are. I've just arrived. It is 10:40. Time to go inside and take a seat. I'll check in with you guys after church, hopefully sometime this afternoon. Okay, so it's now Sunday afternoon. Well, Sunday evening. It's 7 o'clock. We had our kitchen painted today, and I was rather excited about it, but now I'm very disappointed. This fellow that we had come, he did our bathroom for us. The ceiling was like peeling desperately before, probably from the humidity from the shower. Thought we might have to have it re-drywalled, but we didn't. This is a few weeks back. He came and he just put like a drywall compound on and fixed that and painted it. And we went with this kind of cream color because it's basically the same color that's in the hallway in the kitchen. We matched it as close as we could. There was a bunch of touch-ups that needed to be done. So when he came to do the kitchen today, he did the touch-ups along here. That's great. Like this was all like there when they pulled the tape off here, there was a lot of stuff that needed to be touched up. And like around that side of the mirror, there was a part too as well. So yeah, that's done. It looks good. And they did the ceiling in the cream too instead of white. And so it didn't really, like everything's fine in here because there was no having to worry about separating the two colors or anything. We did white on the bottom, which is what it was. It looks fine. But there were some nail holes and screw holes out here from things that needed to be patched. From like an old security system, and so I had him patch that, and he did. He put like the polyfiller or whatever in there, and then like scraped it all down like with this white stuff, filled the holes, and there was a couple there and a couple down by the front door, and a couple of marks on the kitchen wall as well, like from different things rubbing against it. So I asked him, since it's supposed to be the same color as this in the kitchen and in the bathroom, to do some touch up, and he did, and it was pretty streaky looking, even though it was supposed to be the same color. And he said, don't worry, when it dries, it'll be fine. Well, when it dried, it wasn't fine. It faded a little bit, but not that much. So I said, okay, fine. I guess since we have lots of the leftover cream paint, just come back and we'll do the kitchen. So today was the day. And he did the kitchen, and I don't know how much you can see here in this lighting. This wall is the least offensive of the bunch. But you can see, looking straight ahead, right there, there's definitely stuff that was missed. Was streaky, just not thorough. Behind the fridge, which is now back in place already, is really quite patchy. Yeah, you can see some of it there. Look how patchy that is. Some of it is like there's a bit of reflection from the light from the window behind me, but you can kind of see where the patchiness is there. Now, granted, that won't be all that visible, but eventually when we move out of here, it will be. Well, mind you, we don't take the fridge with us because we don't own it, but still. Let's see here. This was all done today, but this is several hours later, and I was told, oh, it'll be fine when it dries. Well, you can see it's not fine. It's not as much different as it was before, but it's not as it should be. Shortcuts were taken here, folks. Like, you can see that. I don't know, how can you see the streakiness there? I think you can. Even though this isn't perfect lighting, you can see that it gets pretty streaky. That is fairly streaky. And this section over here, that's also the same color. He wasn't even going to do this part. Didn't think it needed to be done. And I'm like, well, being that it is not a completely perfect match to the original color, and it is slightly different, yeah, I said I would like it done because it will stand out as different. Even though it's a small section, it will stand out as different. I said, it's like doing up a diaper halfway. Come on, like, you gotta do up both sides here. So then even the part in the hall, like those parts, like this is looking into the living room. That does not look right. That does not look finished. There was a couple of spots there that need to be patched, just small things. Nowhere near as big as that patch of paint is. It did not need to be that big of a job, like that big of a blob. So, but then now, like he did those patches, but then he went around and I went to pick Rachel up from work, and he said, well, I'll just do the whole wall then. Because I said, well, yeah, because the patching, like this is basically what the patching looked like. And supposedly he did the whole wall, but you can see it still looks pretty darn patchy. And there, same thing. And then down the hall, so we did basically the kitchen, and then this whole wall. And in behind the bathroom door, I haven't even looked at that to see how that looks yet. There was a small bit though. Oh, and we got paint on the wall right there. Some on the white paint. Of course we did. This looks okay, but it's also hidden behind the door. But yes, we got paint. beige paint or whatever on the white wall. Great, fantastic. Thankfully, we do have some white paint left over from the white paint we used in the bathroom, but we have to redo this now. I mean, we could ask him to redo it, but I don't really want him back in here. He did not tape before painting. Now, that might also be to do with the fact that it's like a popcorn ceiling. That might have been difficult to tape, but still. So going down the stairs, we have patchiness there. I didn't even think we were doing the underside of that wall, but I guess if he's doing this whole wall, I guess it would make sense. But again, paint on the white. More stripes there, you can kind of see that. And up at the ceiling level. And again, this is several hours ago, so I understand it's been drying all afternoon, but supposedly this is quick dry, and this was 7 hours ago. And then here, and there. This wall wasn't supposed to be touched. I did, oh, inside the doorway here, this was kind of blotchy before, like it really needed painting. And I'm just looking at it now. It looks good, but he needed a ladder because he did not go all the way up. You can see that. It's not finished there either. So, and then I asked him to do the railing because the paint was badly peeling on that. That's fine, but he wasn't supposed to touch the wall, and yet, look at the wall. There is paint on the wall. Streaky paint. So, yes, I'm frustrated. And he said one of the cream colored one is empty. He was going to take that can and dispose of it. He did not take it. So it's empty. I think at this point we're just going to get our own can and we're going to touch it up ourselves. And now I'm looking that this whole thing here has, this whole railing has paint on it. One of my dear friends has graciously offered to come over next Saturday, the same friend that Barry picks with us, and she's going to help us basically give this the TLC it needs. We give it a fresh coat. We'll get a small can because I don't think we're going to need a lot, and just go over this kitchen and the wall and the hallway and just clean it up. Just give it a once over like that. Standing from a little ways back in the kitchen, you can see just how, I'm not going to use the word, I want to use halfway done it is, or half baked. She said it just needs some TLC, and she has pretty extensive experience with painting apparently, which I did not know before today. So she's going to come over next Saturday and give us a hand. We'll get another can of paint and touch it all up. So, and then finally I'll have my kitchen back and not have to feel like I'm living in something that's, anyway, it could be worse. Very thankful for friends. Just frustrated that this is looking the way it is, because it shouldn't have been. We fronted the cost for this and it was not cheap. So anyway, that's the update, but otherwise the day has been good. Went to church this morning, and my husband got his second vaccination this afternoon and so far is feeling well, so things are going not too bad.
Well, come on.
The minute you walked away, the wings came out like she's...
No. How about the hat? You fly to the hand? No? We'll settle back down.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. She's looking. She's obviously agitated, like she wants to get to you or something. Doesn't know how.
I would be surprised if she's also trying to figure out how to get down to the floor.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Even if she doesn't fly to you, even she might want to just fly to the floor and make her way over here. Just walk across Reishi. You can do it. Oh, she's flying.
Hi.
And she flew right to you. Oh,
Hello.
oh, she's on your shoulder. Oh, I'm getting a breeze.
Oh, hello.
Oh my goodness.
You came to see me.
Oh, wow. Well, that took about 10 minutes for her to work up the courage to do that.
Good job.
She loves you.
Be nice.
Yes, that is your new best friend, Ruby.
Hi.
Okay, it is Monday afternoon now, just about 2:30 here. I'm about to go downstairs and start my shift at work, and I'll be done at 8 o'clock tonight. Hopefully, provided I don't have to work late. So when I get home tonight, hopefully then I'll start my strawberry jam, and I will show you what I'm doing when I get home tonight. See you guys after work. Alrighty, it is now 10 o'clock Monday night. I'm home from work. I finished at 8. I was about to start making strawberry jam. I've got my lids and seals sterilizing over here. Just started with this. Got a bit of
butter in here. That was one thing I was told to do as a way to help reduce the foam. Strawberry, most jams, cooked jams, when you make them, do have a little bit of foam in them. Strawberry jam seems to have the worst, so I'm trying to do what I can to reduce that. I have enough strawberries crushed and sugar measured out to make 4 batches. I'm probably insane to be doing 4 batches of jam tonight after already working a full shift, but whatever. It's Monday and we picked on Saturday morning, so we're 2.5 days in already, so I don't want the berries to go bad. Now we still have one full giant dish of strawberries in the fridge, so I don't know if I'll bother making any more batches tomorrow. Probably not. I may just use some just for eating and maybe freeze some. But yeah, I'm getting started, so I'll show you. I don't know how much of this I'll record because this is quite a process, but I can show you after this first batch is done, or maybe once all 4 batches are done, how many jars I ended up with, and then try and wrap this video up so I can get this uploaded overnight, hopefully. Finally. Alright, so I'll check in a bit. Okay, we are almost at a rolling boil. I gotta set the timer for 60 seconds. Yeah, we're at a full rolling boil. Okay, timer time. And then once that's done, I left the room from heat and put in 1 pouch of Certopectin. Okay, here we go. Stir it for a minute. I'm using my dishwasher to sterilize the jars, but I'm sterilizing the rims and seals in a pot of boiling water. And then this Certo over here, this liquid pectin, that is what I use. That's the brand I use for pectin. I mean, I don't know if you can get Certo in the US or not. I know there's other brands out there, but I've been doing jam, making jam, cooked jam since 1994, and that's all I've ever used is the liquid pectin, the liquid Certo. So that's what we're using. It's something that has always worked for me, and so why change it if it's not working? Or not, why change it if it's not broken, right? Okay, this is going to go off in about 15 seconds. Let me just take a breather here. It is now 11:50 p.m. Monday night. I've done 4 batches of cooked strawberry jam. That's 19 jars in total. Most of them are 2-cup jars or 500 ml jars, and then I've got 4 250 ml jars, including one that is a wide mouth, you can see there, and 1 125 ml jar. So 4 that are 500 ml or 2-cup, or no, sorry, 14 that are 500 ml or 2-cup, 4 that are 250 ml or 1 cup, and 1 that is 125 ml or half cup. That is all I'm doing for tonight. I still have, my kitchen's a mess. I'm trying to get my dishwasher started. I still have a large bowl down there full of berries. And my rhubarb plant in my garden is going nuts. So I think tomorrow I will pull some rhubarb and use some more berries to maybe make 2 batches of strawberry rhubarb jam. And then whatever's left, we can snack on some berries to eat now, and I'll probably bag up the rest to put in the freezer to use later on. Not in jam. I never use frozen berries in jam, but just put them in the freezer to use to eat later, thaw them out, put them on ice cream, or in baking or what have you. Anyway, it is 11:51. My daughter works tomorrow 12 hours from now, and she just reminded me that her one and only pair of pants for work are in the wash, so that means I need to go fold the load that's in the dryer, take the loaded delicates that I just washed and dry them briefly and then hang them for the night, and start the dark load in the washer, which has her pants in them. So I guess I better get busy because I'll probably be up for another hour yet working on laundry. Thankfully I am off tomorrow, so other than driving her to work tomorrow, I don't have too much on the docket. Just some paperwork, some papers I have to get ready to mail for my benefits at work, and probably making strawberry rhubarb jam and stuff like that. But that's, you know, it won't be a real heavy day tomorrow. Anyway, that is it for right now. I will check in with you before bed, hopefully, or else tomorrow morning. Alright, that is it for tonight and for this whole video, I believe. I'm not even going to bother videoing anything on Tuesday, or if I do, it won't be attached to this video because this one's plenty long enough already. I just need to get it up and uploaded, and then I'll start another one. It is 1:17 in the morning, and finally I got that load of laundry that was in here folded, got the delicate load that was in the washer in here for a short time, and then I took it upstairs and hung some of it in the bathroom to dry and washed the load of darks. That includes my daughter's work pants. That's why I'm still, that's the only reason why I'm doing laundry this late at night. That's now done and it is in the dryer. So That's enough. I got a very, very small load of white started there, but that's not enough, not nearly enough to make a load out of yet. Say goodnight to Floyd and my bunny. Hi, Floyd. You want to say hi? Yeah, you're too quiet. You don't talk. That's okay. But that's good enough. That's enough for tonight. It is 1:18 now in the morning. I'm going to bed. It's yeah, Tuesday morning now. 1:18 Tuesday morning, so it'll be Tuesday. Daughter has to work at 11:30, so I should be able to get, maybe, if I don't have trouble sleeping, I might be able to get 7 or 8 hours sleep. We'll see. And then I'll get up and drive her to work, and I'm going to pull some rhubarb from the garden, hopefully, and make a couple batches of strawberry rhubarb jam tomorrow. I got to figure out what I'm making for supper. I got to put these towels away that are clean, and like I said, get that form that I need to fill out for my insurance filled out and into the mail, and a couple other things too. I should probably go over to Superstore and get some more mason jars for my canning. I don't want to use my PC Optimum points to pay for it, but I've been trying to save them for Christmas. However, I have said that I could use some if I need them, if they're like in between paychecks or the paychecks are a bit low. And I have had a couple of little bit lower paychecks lately, so I might use $30 or something to get a couple of packages of those. Because I'm at $220 in points, so even if I use $30 or $40, I'll still be just under $200 in points, and another just under 6 months to build the points back up before Christmas. So I might run over and grab some jars, and I have to get some tampons too. They're on my points, so I might go get those. Plus, I just need them. But yeah, it's my day off. So it'll be a somewhat busy day off, but it shouldn't be too bad. Just making a couple small batches of jam and go to Superstore. Probably stop and mail that envelope to the insurance company. Just a handful of things. But I think that's good enough for now. I work Wednesday, Thursday this week, and then I have Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. So that'll be nice. And you can see by my Dear Bunny Rabbits litter pan in the background there that the pet cages need to be cleaned too. That should have been done this weekend because it was garbage pickup today, and that did not get finished. So that'll have to be done tomorrow too. I'll see, maybe my husband will do it, or maybe I'll have to give him a hand with it or something. We'll see. But anyway, I'm going to wrap up here. If you enjoyed this video, even though it was a bit of a long one and all over the place, but this is a glimpse into my crazy life, especially, like, today wasn't a day off. I worked first and then came home and made jam and stuff, and now I'm doing laundry. But the other 4 days, like the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, those were my days off, quote unquote days off. And they were full of activities, and that's just it. Like, my days off are almost never truly days off. But I tried to bring you along with me on the adventure a little bit and show you a little bit of a glimpse into my world and what kind of trouble I get into on my days off. So hopefully you enjoyed it. And I will see you guys in the next video. If you did enjoy it, please feel free to leave a comment down below and give this a thumbs up. And subscribe if you're new. And we will see you next time. Hope everybody's having a good week, everyone. Take care.